the truth is just the opposite. But this is a good sign for a person going to Avodas Hashem. Nachman Shneerson is Kedusha Gavoya Mi'oid, because he became misguided to a very high Kedusha. Nachman is Damalai. Therefore, it happened to him. Kol HaMatzdik is Atzmei Mulmato. One who wants to become a tzadik Mulmato, he wants to start doing good. Matzdik in Olavadim Mulmala. So the Matzdik means that they become more particular with him Mulmala. There's more din Mulmala. Shnema Achiroscha Evra Sechot. Meshom Arizal. According to Yira, that's how you have Evra Kaz Hashom Mulmala. Nimtek Adam Matzdik Atzmei V'nechnas B'Kedusha. A person's Matzdik himself. He wants to become a tzadik and go into Kedusha. The tactic in Olav Yosef, so the tactic more above. In Olav Kitrugim within him Chadashon. There are roused against him more Kitrugim, more klipas. Within him Chadashon. When the Yishtalshlos have dinim, that's a Yitzhak will look at it. Till the Yishtalshlos have dinim, these dinim of Kedusha Shalmala, this comes down, it leads down to where he comes with the Yitzhak. The Alkain, and therefore, Eman is Ran Kalav, you shouldn't complain about it at all. You shouldn't feel any ill will towards it. Ki Adarach, Nachman Shenechnas the Kedusha, because he went into high Kedusha, Nachman Zen is gathered by Yitzhara, the Yishtalshlos of Din Kanal. Because of this, the Yitzhara himself, he has to attack him because the Yitzhara is the Yishtalshlos of these dinim. He has it from him now, these great dinim, as proof of the fact that he's mastic himself. This came to Yitzhara. The Alkei Chashur of Arizal and Nes Godel, therefore the Gemara considers it a very big Nes, Mashali Ida Kenny, the Kagadol Ben Kippur. The fact that the Kagadol Ben Kippur didn't say Kenny that night, the Gemara says it's one of the big Nes, and one of the Nes that happened there to the Kagadol, Mesa Mikdash. Mashal Arizal, like the Mishnah says, Nachman Shnechnas the Kagadol Ben Kippurim, the Kedusha Gavoya Kazul of Nevel of Nim, because the Kagadol went into this great Kedusha in Kippur, Nevel of Nim, inside to the Kodesh Kodeshim. Oh yeah, the Vadai Olav Kitrugim, the Yiskaros they certainly had a lot of Kitrugim, Minim, should be shown, Nimshach Yitzhara Kanal, which comes to Yitzhara. Okay, Nechshav Lanes, therefore it's considered a greatness, Mashnitzal Kagadol, Mikra Rabbi Kippur. In fact, he was saying, Yom Kippur, Mikra Laiba, was considered a ness. You have to, no, that doesn't also the Eva Homing, so you can understand. Echim, Obel, is the other million Hanal. How could this Indian confuse a person? How could it hurt a person's feelings? Should a person complain the fact that he didn't have a nest like this? Look at the Kagadol Yom Kippur. He wants to compare something to Kagadol. Kagadol, by the Kagadol, so it's a very big nest that it happened to him. But a regular person who's going to the neighborhood, he's going to take it to show. But then he hasn't got a nest like that, he can't complain about it. He's not the negative of the Kagadol. Gamda, also you should know, at times there is within a person a hidden tumor. There's no tikkun known for it because it's so deeply hidden within a person. And therefore, it's a favor, the fact that this happened to him when he comes close to the Kedusha. Because this tumor, this hidden tumor goes out. So when it comes out, then he can first find a tikkun for it. Before, when the tumor was within, they couldn't find a tikkun for it. It was hidden. Therefore, Aharon really couldn't get to the Kedusha. He brought the Yitzhak until this tumor had to come out, this tipas yishma. Yitzhak told this Arizal, Yachakach es Yaakov. In order to first bring out the Zayim of the tumor, after the tumor came out, they can go to the high Kedusha, giving birth to this Yitzhak and then Yaakov. So to a person, because he's holding before going into a high Kedusha, so first the tumor that comes up, which he can have a tikkun, then he can enter into a high Kedusha. So a person shouldn't fall into any kind of a yish because of it. Baruch Hashem. Kutamel Kanina Torah Kuf Yud Ches. Rosenfeld says that Inyan Chidushay Torah Sheyesh Gedolim Shaya Meshatchem Eisom Inyan Chidushay Torah. The Gedolim who praise them, Sha'im them, Torah B'li Machshav, the Yemikadim. The Gedolim praise those who were able to say Torah without even thinking, without looking into it at first, and spontaneously they said Divrei Torah Chidushay. Omar Arizal said She'in Zem Mala Kol Kach. That's such a big mile to be able to say Torah without preparation. Certainly it's possible to say Torah without planning before, without careful study. Possible a person should be kasha should find his machshava, his dibur, his thoughts, and his speech to Hashem, and to say Torah without thought, without careful study before. But it is still better when they first think about Torah and then say it. Even by Hashem, we find the Medrash says, Hashem wants him to Galat Torah, he uses the first 4 times before he says the Torah. Posek, one was in the posek, Ozor, Vayisapra, Hechina, Vegam Chokra. Shnecha Vikan, Dalat Bechinas. Zor, Vayisapra, Hechina, and Chokra. 4 kinds of Bechinas are reviewing the Torah before Hashem was Megal. Shesmolach Yaakov, Vaya, the Seiter, Ulmechin, Vachek, and Nivri Atera, Dalat Ponim. And when Yaakov sees and counts and prepares and tells the words of the Torah 4 times, Torah Vishayim, before he says it, Yachakach Megala Yisrael, and Hashem was Megala to the world. Moshkein ben Odom certainly saw a person Tzorech Lachshay V'La'ayin V'Lachkar V'La'Varei L'Divrei Torah V'Chshavtei Tchila Heitei Kodesh Hashem. Certainly saw a person has to think, study carefully, to purify, to clear first the word of Torah in his mind before he says it. Yomer Arizal said, She'achshav B'Nokol Mi'ein L'Chadish B'Torah. Now it is already very easy to L'Chadish in Torah. Nachman Shekran is Pashtu, Chiburim, Kedoshim, Haraday, Mitzdikim, Shabbat. Of course, there are already spread in the world many compositions, Sefrei Kedusha, from Tzdikim and Avdedas, K'ti HaSichas, Ve'ani, the Skalash, and the Spashim, B'Yamenu, V'Nochum Yen L'Chadish B'Torah. One of the Sichas that were revealed, that was spread in our time, therefore now it's easy to L'Chadish Torah. Gam, Omen HaMashkosim, B'Zayra Kodesh, and it was said about that, it was very Kodesh, Posek HaByitzak V'Yoman, it's a B'Zeh B'Sharech Harai Kedisha. There's always in Harai Kedisha, he opened and he said, he opened by saying, Omar, and it was said, Posek HaByitzak means, Kishoy Yerak, Posek HaPiv, as soon as he opened his mouth, take it from the Yad Hoyoimin and the Galatayah. Immediately, just opened his mouth, he immediately have to say, to reveal the Seder HaTorah. Yaakov became, despite that, Rabbi Nachman, as it already crudely explained, though that is a great motivation, it is still better to study carefully and to think first before saying Torah. We find by Hashem Yisbarach, he reviewed it 4 times before a person too, even though he could say Torah without a forethought. It's still better to think first and to carefully plan, to study before saying, before we begin to do Torah. Baruch Hashem. Manan Kanina Torah Kofi Test. Rosenfeld said, Bibed Imon Kamapam. Ben has not spoken with us many times, the Inyan Yisudei Elam Hazet. But the Yisudim that are found in this world, Shekol B'nai Ha'elam Kulam, Malayim Yisudim, Ingam Echad Sheyeh Elam Hazet. Every one in the world is filled with Yisudim. Nobody has life in Elam Hazet, good life. Yafilu Ha'ashidim Ha'gdelim, even the very rich people. Yafilu Ha'sodim, even the officers, ministers, Ein Lahem Shum Elam Hazet Klal. They don't have an Elam Hazet at all. All your name, Kassim HaChavis. All your life, all days are filled with chaos and suffering and pain. Kulam Malayim Kizdas V'Daigas V'Apsis V'Yogam Adachataman. They're all filled with troubles and worries and sadness and tragedies continually. The Chol Echad Yeshla Yisudim Yechodim. Each one has separate types of Yisudim. The Engam Echad Mikol HaGevidim Yehasodim. There isn't even one among all the rich people and these ministers. Everything should go according to his will in order continually. They're all filled with Yisudim and Daigas and worries. This is very clear and known to anyone who's bucky a little bit in their ways. They come up on him, many times we spoke about this. We saw with our eyes all this. Even though a person who is pierced in that he has Elam Hazet completely, he has all the good in this world. He has all the pleasures, wealth, and property, and honor, a lot of riches, and he had a big palaces, he came in the Florim, the Tachshitim, the schools Malachim. He has things that are fit for royalty, and he is stakmal behater. If you study him carefully, he can change Molei Kaas from a Chayvis Havikamti. He is still filled with chaos and suffering and pain continually. The Talmudina Yerfana and the Yonim, different ways and different means, Kinida Dechush, as can be seen in actual life. It doesn't require explaining to me shish like Master Kotkode, whoever has any brain in his head, who studies them a little. The Emes. All the days of these people, these rich people, are filled up with chaos and suffering. And the posek says, Odom la'omo yulad, the person is born to suffer, he has a short number of days and a lot of chaos and suffering. This takes in every single person in the world, from small to the biggest. They were all born to suffer. They are filled with chaos and with Yisurim. There is no Eitzah, there is no advice and no trick. The person to be saved from this suffering and this sadness. To flee from all this to Hashem, to the Esek B'Torah. But because of the Midrash, the person is born to suffer, to struggle. Ashrei Misha Amoli B'Torah. Ashrei to the person who struggles in Torah. Hainu meaning, since a person, every person, is born to struggle, it's impossible to avoid this in any manner. Even if they have all the riches of the world, certainly they'll still have suffering and worries. Okay, therefore, the wise person understands, he sees with his mind, they should change this amal, which he has to have anyhow, to use this for the amal of Torah, struggle with Torah. For this he was born. He should struggle with the study of Torah. The all is asher, and it's asher to him. Instead, he's safe from the amal of Hazah, because once his struggle is with Torah, he doesn't have to have a struggle with anything else in this world of suffering. His struggle is with Torah. And the Torah is there for the Chayim Makom. One of the Arizal said, everyone says there is an Elam Hazeh and an Elam Haba. Hine Elam Haba onu ma'aminim sheyesh Elam Haba. Elam Haba, we believe there is an Elam Haba. But efshe yesh gam Elam Hazeh. Gam can be Eza Elam. Perhaps there is also an Elam Hazeh in some world. Because in this world there's no Elam Hazeh. I mean, there's no pleasure in Elam Hazeh. This world we see only the Gehenna. Because people are continually filled with Yisurim. Arizal said, that there doesn't exist any Elam Hazeh at all. It doesn't exist there whatsoever. There's Elam Haba or Gehenna, nothing in between. Because a person who lives in this world, he understands that this world is only a president of their Traklin. This is a whole way to Elam Haba. So Mele, he is Mikashe, Elam Hazeh, Elam Haba. So he lives in here, Elam Hazeh, until he life of Elam Haba. He lives a life of Torah and Avodas Hashem. So he's Mikashe, so it's one. Then Elam Hazeh is Elam Haba. The person Hashem is mafrid, he separates it two, and he has Elam Haba is over there. Here he has Gehenna. So there is no thing as a middle point. It's either Gehenna here or you have Elam Haba. But Elam Hazeh doesn't exist whatsoever. Baruch Hashem. Rosenfeld says, one of the Shlomo told me, Arizal, he was speaking about Arizal as usual. The Haven Arizal understood that this person was Isaac and is davening to the Kavodas of Arizal. He did all over that Arizal was very angry with him. The Amaloi, he said to him, you shouldn't do this anymore. He should not be mispal with Kavodas Arizal, like Yechavim Teresh Hamilas Kipshutai. His davening should have only Kavona for the Teresh Hamilas, attention to the words as he says them. Mikasha is Machshava to the Dibur, just think only the Teresh Hamilas, attention to the words that he says. Even though this person had learned the Kisvei Arizal, according to the commander of Arizal himself, he told him to learn it. He became a not such a spell for this cloud. Arizal wanted he should learn it, but not he should spell with the Kavonas. The Amalei of Arizal said to him, the person was not fit to daven with the Kavonas Arizal, he should spell in Kavonas who can make Kishuv. Spell in Kavonas is like the Isur of Kishuv, of doing magic. The Kishuv Nema, by Kishuv it also says in the posek by Silmai Lasis, you should learn to do Kishuv. The Doshin Arizal, you wrote a dash on this, by Silmai Lasis, you shouldn't learn to do it. You're allowed to learn Kishuv to understand it, to know how it works, but not to do the act of Kishuv. so to the Yidin Kavonis Arizal Aharon, ain't Slichem Lumay that is some key in the Yehovah of Ahidus. A person should know them, to learn them, won't be able to understand it, teach it. But the Leibah is in Moharan not to do it, not to carry it out. The Aharon, the Chavnon, the Tefillah, Mishain Elazeh. The Chavnon, these Kavonis, the time of Tefillah, one is not fit for it, he should not do it. Yomar Rabbi Nachman said, Kikir at Tefillah, who Denekas Meshem Yisborach. The main Tefillah is becoming attached to Hashem. When you're Toiv Yisrael, is Spawel, Beloshin, Lahashim, and Daven way. You would better daven with the Loshin that the person is accustomed to speak. If it's Yiddish or any language that he speaks at all, better daven in his own language, in his own tongue. You should Spawel and Beloshin, and Daven way, because when the person speaks in his own tongue, and by Halev, Samach, B'davik B'yod, B'diburi Atzillah. The heart is then very close and attached to the word that he's speaking. Yochel, Darigaster, yes, Hashem is working, that's somewhat Hashem. Because he doesn't have to think about the translation of the words he's saying. He can think only of what he is saying, not the translations. Akavat Hikna Lona Rashi, Kines Lagdela say that Tefillah. But the Yeshik Nasel already was second to us to say that Tefillah Lashon Kodesh. Nachman Shalat Kol Adam Yochel is sad to say that Tefillah Yasmi Kemuva. Because the reason is that not every person can decide that himself to say that Tefillah. So they have to make for us to say that Tefillah. It should be uniform for everyone. Okay, no, Chayovim is Spalam Lashon Kodesh Meir Sudim. Therefore, it's a Yechiyah for us. Must be the Spanish again, like the Haji that. That's the made for us to say that Tefillah. The main thing is though, to Mechavim and Teresh Amilas Kipshuta, plain, simply the text of the words. Shazehu Ikar Tefillah should spell of Hashem Yisborach Kodol V'Dova. The main Tefillah will spell of Hashem Yisborach on every single item. Like they said, the Kavin and the Statim Yisborach. When this person becomes closer, becomes more attached to Hashem. The Hinei. A person who speaks Lashon Kodesh continually, that's his language, like for instance one who's in Yerushalmi, he doesn't require having to think in his mind to catch the translation of the words that he's saying, because that's his own language. In the case like his, like he should only bend his ear to what he's saying, to listen carefully to what he's saying, the words that he's saying, not the Teresh Amilas, the words. Zeiki Kavanah Tefillah, the make a lot of Tefillah. The Arizal and tzadikim ha'amitim ha'gdelim b'maylam, but the great tzadikim ha'amitim, very great in Maylam, why then do they say Tefillahs with Kavanah Arizal? The Arizal answers because Etzlom, Kol HaKavanah Shel Arizal Hein Teresh Amilas. By these tzadikim ha'amitim, the Kavanah Arizal are the Teresh Amilas. The Mecham the Teresh Amilas, the Teresh Amilas are the Kavanah Arizal. Not that they have different Kavanahs in mind. That's the Teresh Amilas by them. Teresh Hamilah Shemahem Klum Kol HaKavonis. But then Teresh Hamilah Sanechlam all the Kavonis Arizal. So by them, actually it's mutter to be Mechavim to the Kavonis Arizal, because then that's not Teresh Hamilah. Baruch Hashem. Kutem Elam Tamina Tayot Kuf Chafal. Nothing else says how Yemechazik is a Nosson Shekibu Lefona Bekabona Gedela. Hashem Menachem Mendel Schneerson. Then as Mechavik, he strengthened his Talmidim who came before him with complaints, crying over the fact they were very far from Tefillah. The Kosh Alei and Merigal Spal, it's very difficult to daven. By Mechavik, he strengthened them. Menachem Mendel he consoled them to come with Shainis, Shaliflo, with that Kayan, they shouldn't fall in line because of this. Yomar Arizal said that like Eitzel Hagesh and his Gayer, by Gayer converted, Kamo Zechiyu, Etzlek Shezech, Leda Amidas Atelis Levat Ad Baruch Shana. What is it is for him to know the words themselves until Baruch Shema alone. How can you know in the other Menachem is Atzmel, Samechet Atzmel, Hashem, Apaponim, who's Zech, and Lima, Teil, Shema, Tefillah. Even the person who's far from Tefillah should be happy with the fact that he can even say the words of Tefillah. That itself is a big schus. Shemati, the Muslims says, I heard you, Medaber in Nish Poshet Echmin in Tefillah. Then I was speaking with a Nish Poshet about Dinyan at Tefillah. Shekosh should be oidle his power. He said it was very difficult to daven. R Nosson my Eitzer, the Arizal gave him an Eitzer. Yomar the Arizal said to him, Sheyachshay Beliba, he should think in his heart, She'enei Tzorach his power, Ki Yimad Baruch Shema. He has to daven only until Baruch Shema alone. Ki Ulai Yim Tzorach, the Gilgul Zel, is sacking and not Chemet Zeh Me'at Tefillah. Because perhaps in this Gilgul he has to be sacking only that part of the Tefillah till Baruch Shema. Ki Ulai, the Gilgul Harishin, K'lan his power, the Kavanah, She'ar Chalki At Tefillah. Perhaps in the former Gilgul, he already was the power of the Kavanah, the other Chemet At Tefillah. He's been sacking that already. Back Chemet Zeh Baruch Shema, who Tzorach Achshav, the Gilgul Zel, is power of the Kavanah. This one part until Baruch Shema, that's only has to daven this Gilgul to the Spal of Kavanah. The Alkin and the Yachlis Kol Kochei B'Zeh Ma'at with the Spal of Kavanah Baruch Shema. He should put all his Koyach into it till Baruch Shema daven with Kavanah. The Akab She'egir Baruch Shema, he gets the Baruch Shema, Yachshem Ulai Tzorach Sakin Chelek Zeh. Gave Baruch Shema, they won't do it. That's you have to decide, oh, you did talk about Hashem, so you have done it. You spell, I say, Achilim Kavod. You spell just this additional piece with Kavod. Moharan and so further, each piece by itself, which is a small part to take on, it's not difficult to take a small piece and daven Kavod. Yeah, cloud, the main point is, by your Bible data, the Tchila B'chol HaTfilah, you shouldn't confuse yourself with the beginning, with the entire Tfilah. You get Kosher Kavod. It will be very difficult for him to think that he has to be Mechad the whole Tfilah. Like he's Ametz B'chol Palm Women Mi'at B'Kavod. He should straighten himself each time to say a little bit of the Kavod. Mi'at Yechel is spelled with Kavod. Just a little bit, it's possible to daven Kavod, but he hasn't got too much of the time. Now, and afterwards a little bit more. Come on. Continue each time, just take a little bit and say, just this is Kavod. That's how you can go to the entire Tfilah with Kavod without too much difficulty. It's also been explained, the majority of times, most times a person can spell the whole Tfilah Kavod, only a little. Each person davens it part of the Tfilah according to his bechina. He is money the other money the Ragam Kirvei Menachem. There are Bali, Dayim, Bali, Glayim. There are different people who have different purposes in different parts of the Tfilah. A male person shouldn't be misspelled because of that, because he should figure maybe I am one of the other. Maybe this part is my bechina, this part of the Tfilah. He shouldn't feel years because he hasn't got a lot of different parts of the Tfilah. He should feel that this is my chelik Tfilah, and he should have to strengthen himself to try to get more and more. Baruch Hashem. Kutemeran Tanina Torah Kuf Chof Beis. Rosenfeld says the Inyan Machshav Yisrael Shabbat reference in Machshav Yisrael and Tfilah. K'vay Yedu, I should call Machshav Kaimash Shleima Kemuvah. There's already known that every Machshava is a Kaimash Shleima. It's a full Kaima in itself. Yamar Rabbi Nachman said, Shiksha Oda, when the Mispal Geseder, when a person stands and davens Geseder in order. He doesn't care all about the Machshavas that come to his mind. He disregards me, ignores them. He for this, he defeats them. And he gets rid of them, he grabs them away from himself. A person doesn't have to look at them at all, to care about them. He shouldn't look back to see if they're still there. And with this, automatically, these machshavas will leave him. Then, if he does this on his way during the time of his davening, he throws them down, he damages them. This machshavah already cuts off a hand, this cuts off a foot. So too in different Avordim, because these machshavas are they're a full goof. They have Yadayim and Aglayim. So in defeating them, he automatically wounds them. Heidish. Moshe in the case of Moharan. The person has to go through many murderers and many people lying and waiting for him. And if he's a powerful person, he goes through among them. And on the way in passing through, he throws him down, he knocks him down. This one he cuts off a hand while going through, throwing him down. This one he cuts off a foot. So different David. Cain, who managed being on Tfilah, so to manage in the manner of Tfilah, Shekshon is Paul, Geseder, he davens in order. He ain't Mashkiach, now Machshav Yisrael, he doesn't care at all about Machshav Yisrael, he disregards it. He pushes them away, he knocks them down. As I've said, he's on his Terech Chiluch, and going in this Tfilah Geseder, he cuts out this one and this one a foot, he calls Machshav Yisrael, he klipa. Each one is a klipa. The Kaimish Mendel Schneerson, then it's an entire form of the goof. When he strengthens himself and doesn't not to look at them at all, as I heard he gets them, he kills them. Either he kills them entirely, being Machshavas, when he cuts off, even at a time, one at a time from these Machshavas. Baruch Hashem. Kutemeran Tamina, Teilet Kufkav Gimel. Rosenfeld says, Omar Rabbi Nachman said, Mikvah ain't a mevekas klal. Mikvah cannot harm a person at all. If you have doctor, mikvah mazekas, any doctor who will tell a person that mikvah could harm a person, ain't a doctor klal. He's no doctor, no, he's a fake. Adirab. Because male said just the opposite. Tefillah mikvah toivali, oil b'riyas haguf. Tefillah the mikvah is very good for a person's health. Yesh nikom kitanim hada v'gufa shalodam, because there are many small pores in the body of a person, openings in the skin. These are the sweat pores, and these pores, the perspiration goes out of the person. They must be open. These pores are closed, and the person can become weakened and fall into sickness. If the tefillah in water, the person's pores, the sweat pores become open. It's very good for the health of the person's body. But actually, the water shouldn't be too cold. Because the waters freeze up, close up to the holes, the pores. If the waters aren't very cold, the tefillah in these waters are very good. Tefillah's mikveh is not mazik at all. On the contrary, it's very good for the person's health. It's also been explained. The avodas of sigufim, the person takes upon himself difficult work, they do not do any damage at all. Any person doing this avodas sigufim does harm, so he struggles very hard in learning, he spends many hours, he taxes himself, he taxes his strength. If it harms him, it's zorak machmas gadlus only because he has gadlus. Who can have gadlus, he can never be harmed by his avodas sigufim. Baruch Hashem. Moharan Tanina Torah Kuf Chof Dalet. Arizal says, Shemati Bishmai Shalmar I heard Rabbi Nachman that he said, Shalat Omin Magia Li Odom Hirher Teshuva V'Yishtaikus Hashem Zlaviz Amokim. At times it comes to a person, they thought of Teshuva and a desire to Hashem's in a certain place where he may find himself. Shetzorach Shom B'Yosei Hamokim Daike. Therefore, a person at that place Daike, he has to L'Schazik V'Zeh Hirher Teshuva V'Yishtaikus. At that moment, at that time, he's supposed to strengthen himself with the Hirher Teshuva V'Yishtaikus that comes to him just then. Again, he should speak at that moment words of Tchinas of Akoshes in spite of this. Words of desire to Hashem with his mouth and with his heart. According to the Inyan where he finds himself. He shouldn't wait. He shouldn't move away from that place. This place is not fit for davening or for his business. Still, he should remain right there and daven right there and say the words of Ashtekes Hashem right there. The place, for instance, is not a place that's set for Torah and Tefillah. The market, like the Menachem Mendel Schneerson, in the middle of walking, so he shouldn't move away. He should say that the Torah and Tefillah right there. He moves away from that place. Perhaps the sudden desire for Teshuva might stop suddenly. Therefore, he should wait right there and do right there what he should do in the Avodas Hashem. Rosenfeld says we saw this Inyan by Rabbi Nachman many times. Times he remained standing suddenly in the middle of the house. He spoke to us. He revealed to us a wonderful, marvelous Torah and beautiful Sicha. He revealed to us wonderful Derachim, the Rebbe Hashem and the Sedis. But that's also the country. They don't move from this place at all. Until he finished saying what he wanted to say. So it happened many times because when a desire for tefillah or a thought of Torah comes to a person, he shouldn't move from that spot because that spot is the sugar for it. He should wait right there until he can complete doing the Avodas Hashem before moving on further. Baruch Hashem. Rosenfeld says, reference to saying Tehillim. Arizal spoke with one of his Talmidim, the Amalai, and he said to him, Sheikar Amidas Tehillim, the main Inyan in saying Tehillim is, to say Kol Mizmari Tehillim Alatzmai, to say every kapitel in Tehillim about himself, think of himself in these kapitels. Linksai es Atzmai Besach Kol Mizmar and Mizmar, to find himself in every single Mizmar. The words that are said there, he should relate to himself. They should refer to himself. Shal Eisai Zal Ech, Talmud asked Rabbi Arizal, how does a person do it? Pedish by Rabbi Arizal Tzes. Rabbi Arizal explained to this person a little. He called him Moharan Shedikesh Davar Melech Al Vasholem Shetzleach Shetzleach Mehem. all these battles, pray to Hashem. Hashem should save him from these battles, should help him win these battles. The person should explain these battles upon himself, should pray these battles, speaking about himself, in reference to himself. In reference to the war against the Yetzer Hara and his helpers, his army of Malachim, Malach Chabolah. Same thing too in other Kapitlach Tillim, to find himself, to refer to himself with all these Tillahs. And so explain in the Kutan Atin and Simin Kufal. Shal Isai, this Talmud asks the Arizal, how can a person say on himself the Psukim, praises himself, where he says, God me Hashem, because I am a chassid, because I am very fluent, I'm very great. How can a person say that about himself? He's not the Rabbi Nachman. Rabbi Nachman answered him, also that the person has to say upon himself too. A person should always judge himself to the good. He should find within himself a good side, a good point, where in this individual, this single good point, he is a chassid. In this point he has a milah, he has a mitzvah which he does right. So mainly he's saying that about himself in this one good point. Arizal said to this person too, the posek says, his heart was raised in Darkei Hashem. Heart raised means that he was very happy, he felt good about Darkei Hashem, he was doing good. Darkei Hashem, Darkei Hashem, so his heart was picked up. It means he was inspired. So maybe we see that too, that there is an inyan Gevaleid. Gevaleid means an inyan Gaiva a little, where he felt very happy and high in Darkei Hashem. Another proof of Arizal said to this Talmud, in the morning, first we say in davening, what are we, what's our life? We are nothing. We make ourselves very small, very worthless. Immediately afterwards, whenever we say, but we are your nation, we are the one with whom we made a treaty, we are good, we are high, we strengthen ourselves, we elevate ourselves, we speak about our greatness, we boast, we pride ourselves, we are the children of Abraham and Yaakov, the nation of Hashem. This way a person is supposed to conduct himself with Hashem. To always find within himself Nekudas Taivis, and to bring out a good point, not to be ashamed of it, bring it out with pride. The Ayim Mizeh, the Sefer Harishim, Simadesh Taivis, see this whole inyan in detail. The end of the Kutan Arisha, the first chelik, Simadesh Taivis, our posek Azamna V'Leikai B'Yoidi. Arizal says there, Azamna V'Leikai, I will sing to Hashem, I will sing with happiness, B'Yoidi, with that Oid Mi'at, that little good that I find in the Nekudas Taivis, I find within me. With that I will find that I am no longer Elosha, I am down myself a Kavschus. The person can actually bring himself out to become a zakai, a tzadik, by looking for this and Nekudas Taiva, bringing it out. As you say, I'm really this I get to the highest Madrega of Nagina. Nagina is the highest Madrega. With that, with this being done at Kaflos, a person can reach Madrega of Nagina. I'm really Oya Hashem. Chazak, Chazak, Chazak. This is what we see him on the Likutey Moharan, which was made tonight, Mitzvah Shabbos Kodesh, Yud Days Shabbat, Shnas, Tov, Shin, Chav, Aleph. The Diyuk, exactly 1 year after it was started, on Yud Days Shabbat, Shnas, Tov, Shin, Chav. Now, the Kasher Seifei B'Tchilosei, Mosei B'Seifei, mitzvah is to tie in the end of the Sefer with the beginning. It's the regular singing. B'chinas Bereshis V'Eini Kol Yisrael. Find a connection between the beginning and the end. Arizal says here, he ends the Likutey Moharan with posek Azamna V'Leikai B'Yoidi. To make it stronger, down yourself with Kavschus, elevate yourself, raise yourself, and Arizal finishes with Chazak, Chazak, Chazak. The main lesson is, in this posek, strengthen yourself again and again and again. How? With the Emunah and the Tzadik Emes. Chazak, Chazak, Chazak is the Gematria of Moshe Rabbeinu. The Emunah and the Tzadik Emes, that's the whole inyan of Chazak. for the Nekudas Klevis, know that Rabbi Arizal will help you to bring them out as long as the emunah is b'shlomus. Now the Hakdamot of Likutey Moharan, Rabbi Arizal brings the posek, Chu chazu mipalei Hashem. Come and see the marvels, the wonders of the deeds of Hashem. The scholars niflo misoid julas hatana alekai of Yerushalmi Arizal. The revelation of the great secret of the greatness of the heavenly planet of Yerushalmi Arizal. Arizal says that Yerushalmi is tiach. Yerushalmi Arizal assured, guaranteed. That the Torah will never be forgotten, never be lost from the Jews through him, through his zechus. The zechus of Yerushalmi Arizal. He moved with Rabbi Arizal, like it's brought in the Gemara of Shabbos. Shnechlu so Rabbi Seinu lekedem b'yavnet. The Rabbi and the Gemara got together and kedem and yavnet. Amru, they said, Asida Torah shetishtachach miYisrael. Aharon said, there will come a time in the future when the Torah will be forgotten from the Jews. That brings from the posek that you showed it to the Jews will spread, Vakesh, Dov Dvar Hashem, look for Dvar Hashem, we won't be able to find it, Chas V'Sholom. Therefore the Aharon say, Torah will be forgotten, Chas V'Sholom. Amar Rabbi Shimon Yechoyzel, Shalai Tishtachach. Yechoyzel said, Chas V'Sholom Tishtachach. It will never be forgotten from the Jews. What this posek says, that the look of Dvar Hashem may so. Yechoyzel says, this means that they will be able to find halacha bruta, mishmah mukam echad. Finding clear without a machayas will be difficult. Torah will never be forgotten. Proof is, because the posek says, pure, clear proof that the Torah will never be forgotten from the children of Israel. The kiruv, the Zayda Kodesh, is brought in the Zayda Kodesh. Chus out of Shemini Choyzel. The high chibura, this chibur, the Zayra Kodesh, the Ihu Sefer Azayah, Yifkum Bein Min Gelusa. Zechet to go out of Golus. Realize the Geula with this chibur, the Sefer Zayra Kodesh. That's what's brought in the Gemara and in the Zayra Kodesh. Now the Arizal says, the Atta and now, Boy Uli Evi Hovi. Come, see, and understand. Niflois, Nifstoresh, of the Sino Hadbesha. Marvels, the wonders, the hidden wonders of our Torah Pesha. Ki al kain, sorach Yerushalmi Yechoy atzmai al zeh ha-posek in Shulchan Tizarek. Why did Yerushalmi Yechoy bring this posek, rely on it, Shulchan Tizarek, on this posek to show that the Torah will never be forgotten in the Jews? Ki be emes, or zeh ha-posek be atzmai, in this posek itself, merumaz v'nistar soid hazeh, is hinted at and hidden this soid, the secret. Shayidei Zarai Shayechoy, the children of Zera of Yechoy, Shulem Shimon ben Yechoy, Al Yodai, through him, Tishtachach HaTorah miYisrael. Shulem Shimon Yechoy, which means that the Sefer Azayah Kodesh, the Torah will never be forgotten from the Jews. Ki Sefer Teilah Shazeh HaPosek, the last letters of this posek, Ki Lois Yishachach Mipi Zarai, Heim Eisius Yechoy, the letters of the word Yechoy. This is what the posek hints at, reveals. From Zadoi are the one that's found in this posek. The offspring are the one who is mentioned, hinted at, hidden in this posek itself. That's the Tana Yechoy. The Zarei Yechoy who is mentioned in this pasuk in the Sefer Teves showed Rabbi Shimon ben Yechoyzel al Yodor Tishtachach HaTorah. Through him the Torah will not be forgotten. Because through the Zayra Kodesh of Shimon Yechoyzel they will go out of Golus. It will never be forgotten. The Torah will not be forgotten because of the Schus of the Zayra Kodesh, Schus of Shimon Yechoyzel. Arizal says that there you should know Shesoid Rabbi Shimon the Atzmai, Shesoid Rabbi Shimon Yechoyzel himself, Humeru was a posek acher. Hinted at in a different posek. Because the Arizal says you should know Ki Atana HaKodesh of Shimon U'Buchinas Ir V'Kodesh Mishmaya Nochis. Ir V'Kodesh Mishmaya Nochis came down from heaven. V'Shetevais Shimon. Shetevais of this posek is Shimon. So Shimon Yechoyzel. We find here the combination of Rabbi Shimon and Yechoy from these two psukim that this Yiddish Kodesh Mishamayim Nachas Mishamayim Arizal is the Zera Av Yichoy, and to him like Yishakach HaTikti Zadik. The Torah will never be forgotten from the Jews. He was the Chus of the Zera Kodesh Yivka Ben Gelusa. So now we say Mishamayim Arizal gave us here a Haftocha. That means he assured us. That means an inyan of his Chassidus. He strengthened us never to worry, never to fall into Yish, to worry about the fact that we might fall, we might lose the Ked. Yachshav and Erhol. Rabbi Nachman Rabbi Arizal extended this Haftocha, these same words, that Ein Shum Yish Ba'elam Klal. There is never, ever, Ba'elam means until the end of time, till Mashiach's coming, there cannot be any Yish. This was extended to. We find these same remnants too, because actually, we take the same two psukim, posek with Shulchan and tzadik, and Yiddish Kodesh Mishamayim Nachas, and Sefer Tevis is the first, and Moshe Tevis the second, and the Gematria, Rabbi Arizal's name. As the Gematria Mishamayim Arizal. So now this is a continuation for now, to know that this Haftocha of Mishamayim Arizal in Torah, and Rabbi Arizal's Haftocha, Rabbi Arizal is the union of Tefillah, that the Torah and Tefillah will always remain solid. It is the Haftocha that a person should never get to Yish, because in the Schus of the Yiddish Kodesh Mishamayim Nachas, the Shulchan and tzadik, never will they be forgotten, the Torah from the Jews, never will the Tefillah be lost, Chas v'Sholem. A person should know that he can always find himself, he has on whom to be samach. That's why the Arizal says, Ashrei Tzvunech L'Tor Hashem, the next Torah, Darkei, the Torah, the Skabel, Kol Fields, Kol Kosher, and Machshan, Spalon. Through the Torah Kedusha, all the Tefillas of the Skabel, the combination we find here of Torah and Tefillah attached to this. The combination of Torah and Tefillah are ones which help a Jew at all times, where a person can be zecher to the posek azaman aloikai the Oidi. Through this, the Oidi is an inyan of his Chassidus. Ein Shem Yesh B'Elam Klal. To be samech on Chazak, to be samech on the tzadik ha'emes. Who gave us these Haftochos that the Torah and Tefillah will be able to stay with us, will remain with us throughout until Mashiach's coming. The person who is samech on that can know that the Torah and Tefillah will always be with him. The Torah will be able to be learned, will not be forgotten. The Tefillah will become the Skabel, will be zecher to Yidkem and Gelusa, will leave, go out of this goals, the Bias Mashiach the King of the Heda, Sus HaShlikim and Likutey, we should see where our eyes, B'nyan Beis Hamikdash and Heda will be. Baruch Hashem.